Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to NBC News' Decision 2020 election night, or election week as we should call it, since we have been covering this for the past 2 days. Right now, it has currently been too close to call for multiple states. Those include Arizona, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina. Current estimates show Biden right now at 259 electoral votes, very close to the 270 mark, compared to Donald Trump's 217 electoral votes. Earlier, we have called the states of Wisconsin and Nevada for President Biden, and although the election has been over yet, Trump has already made baseless claims of electoral fraud in multiple key swing states, including Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and apparently New Mexico. Currently those claims currently have no evidence, but Biden has already denied these claims, calling them baseless, preposterous, and simply untrue. And, hold on. Okay, so we're receiving a vote dumpage at Maricopa County, Arizona, and we have a major projection to make, so please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, we can now project that Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., the kid from Scranton, the longtime senator from Delaware, former vice president, has been indeed elected the 46th President of the United States, defeating President Donald John Trump in a historic election where the first African-American woman has been elected Vice President of the United States. The deciding state in this race was Arizona and its 11 electoral votes. We can now project that the state of Arizona, along with the presidency, will go for President-elect Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., defeating President Donald John Trump in both the state of Arizona and in the race for the presidency. Now, with nearly the entire vote in, nearly 100% in, Biden has 1,612,000 votes compared to Donald Trump's 1,608,000 votes, with a difference of 4,000 votes. Those 4,000 votes has decided the presidential election of 2020, and the state of Arizona, once again, will go for President-elect Biden. Now, results show at this time that Biden has 270 electoral votes, passing the 270 threshold compared to Trump's 217. It has just been heard that Trump will refuse to concede. Legal challenges will be guaranteed within the next few weeks. So, be prepared, guys. This is gonna be a big one. And we have reports right now of an apparently angry and seething Donald Trump right now, who has refused to concede of the election, as we just stated moments ago, and his campaign team has just released a statement, which is possibly prepared in the worst case scenario like we saw tonight, which states the following: "We refuse to concede an election that was obviously rigged by the radical left to prevent Trump winning 4 more years in the White House." The statement goes on, continuing, "We demand recounts in all swing states to expose every single piece of fraud that the Democrats have did in order to protect our democracy." For any of our viewers joining in, President-elect Joseph R. Biden Jr. has been elected the 46th president. Trump has refused to concede. Legal challenges will go ahead within the next few days and weeks, and we will bring you up to date on information as soon as we possibly can.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Pittsburgh Police Department. At 4:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, mass protests have broken out in the city of Pittsburgh, as well as its surrounding areas. The protests have turned into full-blown rioting and violence, with rioters clashing with law enforcement. The rioters have been spotted doing the following: attacking police officers and civilians, breaking into stores and homes, destroying both public and private property, and causing overall chaos across the city. All residents in the Pittsburgh area are advised to lock all your doors and windows now. Enter lockdown now. If a rioter breaks into your home, use all means necessary to protect yourself, your family, and property. Do not join in the rioting. Repeating, do not join in the rioting. If caught, you will be arrested and punished to the fullest extent of the law. Police will notify the public once the rioting has ceased. This is WCBS-TV, serving the Pittsburgh area. Please stay tuned to news and media outlets for further information on this situation.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Joe Torres and Sandra Bushman. Sam Ryan with sports. And Jeff Smith with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
Welcome to tonight's edition of the WABC Eyewitness News at 6. We begin this evening with a story that has been developing since yesterday afternoon of mass rioting being reported across the nation due to the results of the 2020 presidential election. Our ABC News Election Decision Desk has now confirmed that President-elect Biden will win this election. The results show at this time that Biden has 290 electoral votes, while President Trump has 248 electoral votes, as control of the Senate is in the balance and will be decided by the runoffs in the Georgia Senate elections that are expected to occur in January of next year. Trump has already made accusations of voter fraud and ballot stuffing, and his legal team, led by the former mayor of New York City, Rudolph Giuliani, and attorney Sidney Powell, have prepared lawsuits in the key states of Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and apparently New Mexico. In addition, reports of mass rioting by Trump supporters are being seen in cities like Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Las Vegas, Albuquerque, and even Washington, D.C. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are also taking sides on the issue. On one hand, Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi have accused Trump and other Republicans of inciting the rioting and riling up the Trump base with lies and conspiracy theories. On the other hand, pro-Trump Republicans like Governor Kim Reynolds of Iowa, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, and Senator Ted Cruz of Texas have accused Democrats of inciting the riots themselves and over-exaggerating the rioting as a whole, with U.S. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene going as far as accusing the Democrats of planting anarcho-communists and Antifa allies to stage the riots. More information will be released in the future, and we will bring it to you in push alerts on our ABC 7 app as soon as we can.
Welcome to the first meeting of the American Patriotic Front. Please enter your password. Welcome, Mr. Jack Davidson. The meeting will begin shortly.
Welcome to the first meeting of the American Patriotic Front. I am the organizer of this meeting and my name is Tom Johnson. As you know, the supposedly free and fair presidential election of 2020 was in fact rigged and stolen against our true president, Donald John Trump. This man, Joe Biden, along with the radical left Democrats, have rigged this election because they fear of one man who is fighting against the establishment and for the people. The corrupt media, along with the Democrats, thought that we would just stand by idly as massive voter fraud was taking place. But today, the silence ends and it ends now. We have formed this organization to expose the truth to all Americans, that the establishment rigged this election because they fear of reform. Protesting is not enough, and we must do more to stop the establishment from destroying our great and beautiful country. Here is what we plan to do for the next few months to secure the future of America. First, on December 12th, we will hijack multiple TV stations in multiple swing states to both warn of the corruption of the left and in an attempt to recruit more members for our organization. Then, on Christmas Day, we will bomb the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the liberal stronghold of Los Angeles to send a strong message of our plans. We will also leave subtle clues to our organization, including a note at the crime scene. Following that, on New Year's Eve, we will attack New York City during the countdown to send a stronger message that America is waking up to the corrupt establishment's wrongdoings. After this, on January 6th, where the votes were to be certified, the Washington Monument and Ronald Reagan International Airport will be attacked as a final warning to the liberals and America as a whole. Finally, on the grand finale, on Biden's inauguration day on January 20th, we will take over Capitol Hill, Congress and Washington, D.C. as a whole and declare a brand new American Republic and destroy the establishment once and for all. During that time, some of our members will attempt to get in contact with President Trump, as his support will be key to our future plans and success. Do not disclose this information to anyone close to you, including family and friends, as it may cause them to notify authorities, and it will jeopardize your current and future operations. In addition, please lay low for the time being in order to not attract any suspicion around us. Thank you for attending this meeting. The next meeting will occur when it is necessary. Enjoy the rest of your day.
The local eatery shutting its doors with hopes of reopening sometime in the future. And a potential break for investigators working to piece together the events of Nashville's Christmas Day bombing, leading them to a home outside Music City.
News 3 starts right now.
Welcome in. I'm Gerard Romalo. The midnight deadline for the president to sign a bill continuing unemployment assistance has come and gone on the East Coast.
The establishment is ruining your life. They want to replace our Christian America with a disgusting socialist dictatorship. They started with rigging an election, and they won't stop there. We are part of a new organization, dedicated to exposing the truth to all Americans and fighting against the liberal elite. The great silent majority is waking up to the truth, and we will not stop until the establishment is defeated. Join us for our freedom. Join us for our democracy. And most importantly, join us to preserve the American way of life.
You are calling the office of the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. What is your reason for calling the White House today?
I would like to speak to the President of the United States on an important matter that is affecting our country.
So you want to speak to the President of the United States on an important matter on our country?
Yes, I would like to speak to the President of the United States on an important matter affecting our country.
Okay, please stand by as I will try to get him on the line for you. This may take several minutes, so please be patient.
You are speaking to the President of the United States, Donald John Trump. What would you like to discuss with me today?
Mr. President, I am part of an organization dedicated to exposing the truth that the 2020 election was rigged against you.
Oh, fantastic then. We know that there was a lot of fraud by the radical Democrats, and we are glad that people like you are exposing it. What is the name of your organization, per se?
The name of our organization is the American Patriotic Front, sir.
What a fantastic name for an organization like yours. You must have very fine people in there dedicated to exposing the lies of the radicals. What assistance would you like me to offer to you?
We would like an official endorsement from you at your next rally in order to continue to spread the truth to all Americans. Can you help us with that?
I have a rally planned in Indianapolis on the 26th of December. Would you like me to make an endorsement for the American Patriotic Front there?
For the goodwill of America, yes, I would like you to make an official endorsement there.
Okay, that is great to hear from you. Do you need any assistance in anything else involving your organization?
No, thank you, Mr. President. We can handle the rest of the situation ourselves, sir.
Alright, so thank you for calling my office on this important matter. I will make sure to endorse you at my Indianapolis rally next week. Thank you, and God bless the United States of America.
God bless the United States indeed, Mr. President. Goodbye and good luck to you, sir.
Welcome back to this update meeting, our trusted leaders. Our plans to expand our organization have been going smoothly at this time. We begin this short discussion with the results of the multiple hijackings we did several days ago. We have managed to recruit thousands of proud, patriotic Americans, bringing our numbers up to 13,500 members. In addition, a team of the members have managed to secure a phone line to President Trump and have scored his endorsement. He has stated that he will endorse us at his next rally on December 26th in Indianapolis. This is great news for us as it will help us recruit even more members and continue our grand plan to stop the liberal establishment from taking over America. Speaking of our planned attack on Los Angeles will go on as scheduled as we have collected more resources and men over the past several days. That is all the information we have at the moment. Thank you for attending this meeting, and may God bless our movement.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Los Angeles Police Department. A terrorist attack has occurred in the LA area. Repeating, a terrorist attack has occurred in the LA area. At 7:23 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, multiple bombings have occurred in the Los Angeles metro area. The areas that have been hit include the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Santa Monica Pier, downtown Los Angeles, and the KOCO-TV television studios in Century City, California. There has also been reports of people fleeing the areas of the attacks, causing mass traffic problems throughout Los Angeles County. The current number of injuries, deaths and missing residents are currently unknown at this time. The suspects are also unknown at this time. All residents within a 20-mile radius of the attack areas are advised to lock all doors and windows now, and to remain vigilant for any other potential attacks that may occur, as well as the risk of suspects entering your home. This is WCBS-TV Channel 2, serving the Los Angeles area. Please stay tuned for more information from news and media sources.
Delaware Valley's leading news program with Sarah Blomquist and Brian Tav.
Saturday afternoon on Action News, and we begin this newscast with developing information on the Christmas Day terrorist attack that occurred yesterday in the city of Los Angeles. According to the information we have so far, the attacks have occurred in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Santa Monica Pier, downtown Los Angeles, and the KOCO-TV television studios in the community of Century City. Casualty estimates show at this time that about 37 people have been killed, along with the injuries of 103 and 15 people that have been declared missing. The suspects are unknown at this time, but the Los Angeles Police Department found a note at the crime scene that declares that retribution is coming, with the signature of the person of the group responsible only seen as APF. At the same time, in a rally in Indianapolis, along with on Twitter, President Trump has endorsed a group known as the American Patriotic Front, describing them as a patriotic, proud group standing up against the radical left. People have noted that this group contains the initials of the suspects at the attacks in Los Angeles. At the same time, social media conspiracies are taking place, stating that what occurred in LA is nothing but a false flag attack that is used to hide the fraud and corruption behind the 2020 election. Please note that these conspiracies are not proven at this time, and to check the credibility of any source that you use. We will bring you information on the situation as soon as it becomes available. Now, as we move on to other news,
civil danger for the Manhattan area. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the New York City Police Department. At around midnight Eastern Daylight Time, an attack has broken out at the New Year's Eve 2021 ball drop at Times Square. A group of armed suspects broke into the event and started firing into the crowd of spectators and police officers. An explosion was also heard during the gun battle. The suspects are possibly armed with assault weaponry, pistols, and explosives. The Times Square area has been blocked off until further notice. All residents within a 5 to 15 mile radius of Times Square are advised to seek shelter immediately. Lock all doors and windows now. In addition, all residents of New York City are advised to remain vigilant in case the suspects escape from Times Square. It is unknown if this attack is related to the Christmas Day attacks that occurred in Los Angeles the week prior. Police will notify the public when the fighting has ceased. This is WCBS-TV Channel 2, serving the New York City area. Please stay tuned for additional information on this situation.
Welcome to this second update meeting, our trusted members and leaders. Please note that this may be our final meeting before January 20th, which is the beginning of a new era. As you know, our plan to take down the liberal establishment is going smoothly. The attacks on Los Angeles and New York City have gone smoothly, although I want to point out something about the attack on LA. While we intended to only attack the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the group we sent went too far in the attack. They also attacked the Santa Monica Pier, downtown Los Angeles, and a local television station. Do not worry, as they have been expelled from the American Patriotic Front for their insubordinate acts. Other than that, our plan has been successful so far. We have sent a group to huddle down in Washington, D.C. to carry out our attacks in that area, come January 6th. We will show the establishment that we will not go down without a fight, and that corruption will not be tolerated. In the meantime, we are extensively planning the grand finale, which is a coup impendence inauguration to which we will create a brand new republic, even at the cost of civil war. We will also send letters to pro-Trump Republicans in Congress to get them to support our movement. Thank you for attending this meeting, our fellow patriots. We will see you all on January 20th, and may God bless our movement and the nation as a whole.
To joint session with further counting of the electoral vote for President and Vice President. Majority Leader.
Mr. President.
On this vote, the yeas are 121, the nays are 303. The noes have it. The objection is not agreed to, and without objection, a motion.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Police Department of the District of Columbia, as well as the Capitol Hill Police Department. At around 4:19 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, multiple explosions have occurred in the area of Washington, D.C. The targets are believed to be the following: the Ronald Reagan International Airport, the Washington Monument, and Capitol Hill.
This is a final warning to the Democratic Party and the liberal establishment. Either you stop the counting and send the votes back to the states and expose the fraud, or suffer the consequences. We are an organization dedicated to the truth, and nothing will stop us. We have more support than you pathetic radicals think, and we will use that support to expose the truth and take down the liberal elite. If you do not comply with our demands within the next 48 hours, we will see you on this date then. Spread the truth, America. Do not be silenced. Challenge the incoming Biden regime. Join our movement.
About scammers trying to take advantage of people signing up to receive free at-home COVID tests.
And the documentary Chicago Sky star Candace Parker is working on.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
Welcome to this edition of Eyewitness News this morning at 7 a.m. We begin this morning with developing information on increased unrest that has been occurring across the United States within the past few days. It began on January 6th as multiple explosions were reported in the capital of Washington, D.C. The targets of said explosions were confirmed to be the following: the Ronald Reagan International Airport, the Washington Monument, and Capitol Hill. Multiple hijackings were also reported in television stations in Washington, D.C., as well as in Baltimore, that declares that election fraud will be exposed, as well as challenge the incoming Biden regime. They also gave the date of January 20th, which is the day of President-elect Biden's inauguration. An investigation by the FBI and the NSA has confirmed that the group responsible was confirmed to be known as the American Patriotic Front, and that they have evidence that ties this group to the Christmas attacks in Los Angeles and the New Year's Eve attacks in New York City. Many politicians on both sides of the political aisle have criticized President Trump for endorsing this group on the day after the Christmas attacks, with Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski and New Jersey Senator Chris Murphy releasing a joint statement that states the following: "The endorsement that Trump has made to a potential terrorist organization is the wrong thing to do in this country. We are both calling on Trump to retract this endorsement because this is just making the problem worse." Trump has already responded on Twitter, stating that the accusations made by both Rhino Murkowski and radical leftist Murphy are simply untrue and plain stupid. The APF is not a terrorist organization. They are a patriotic group exposing the corruption by the radical left Democrats. Sporadic protests have also been occurring in cities such as Denver, Cleveland, and Portland, calling on President Trump to do something to stop this group from attempting a potential coup at Biden's inauguration. We will bring you up to date on any information that we collect as soon as we possibly can.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
Office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
This message has been transmitted at the request of the Capitol Police Department, the United States military, and the Police Department of the District of Columbia. A all-out rebellion has broken out in D.C. Repeating, a all-out rebellion has broken out in D.C. A group of several hundred people armed with assault weaponry and explosives has broken out in Washington, D.C. They have been found to be holding unknown flags and have stormed the White House, Capitol Building, and Robert F. Kennedy FBI headquarters. Do not join the rebellion, as they are committing treason against the
The time is now, America. Challenge the Biden dictatorship and join our new republic. The United States is now a failed nation, and we are here to save it. We will not give up until the last man is standing. To the states who want the truth, secede from the U.S. and join our brand new American Union, a proud, patriotic union.
so we're on the air, right? Okay. Welcome everyone to WRTV Channel 6's wartime coverage. Just a quick little programming note before we begin that WRTV, along with stations from across the nation, will not be unable to bring you normal programming at this time. They will be providing 24/7 wartime coverage, trying to bring you the most neutral details as possible. Once again, we apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, but it's important to keep the United States safe. We began this afternoon with news that a battle for the city that we're covering, which is our home base of Indianapolis, is about to begin as both sides are preparing for mass casualties, as you can tell because of the gunfire that you can hear in the background, as well as the helicopter sounds. It has also been found out that the great American state, led by President Donald John Trump, is about to take a heavy blow, as the state of South Carolina has already planned to surrender to Joe Biden's The Front for Democracy, as the cities of Columbia and Charleston, South Carolina, have fallen to the TSP. Now, there are rumors that an air raid can go on in the city of Indianapolis any minute now, so we're on standby just in case we get an actual report, just in case it happens. In other news, today's weather conditions are for the Indianapolis metropolitan area: partly sunny skies with the temperature of 61 degrees. Should be a beautiful day, but unfortunately, as you know, it isn't a beautiful day when a battle could happen in your city. So yeah, that's all we have to say right now. And hold on. I just got something from our producer that says, oh shit, could be an air raid here any moment now. So there is leaked into that states that a leak raid, that an air raid, potential air raid could occur any minute now in the Indianapolis area. Hold on. Alright, our EAS encoder is going off. That means there is an alert going out, and the air raid towers are going off. So that means the air raid is expected to begin any second now. So we're gonna go in our shelter now. Everyone, just get your ass to the shelter now. No, I don't care if you're against it. Just get your ass to the shelter now. Alright, we're gonna be going off the air for a minute because it's air raid. So if you lose any signal, you already know why. So we're going to a shelter now.
Indianapolis. As of 2:30 p.m. Central Time, the new American Front of Democracy, led by the senile Joe Biden, is attacking the city of Indianapolis, slaughtering their brave soldiers and innocent civilians, just to spread their radical socialist agenda. They are also targeting the governor of Indiana, Michael Richard Pence, in a possible attempt to kill him. As a result, an evacuation emergency has been declared for the Indianapolis area. Evacuate the city of Indianapolis now. Evacuate the city of Indianapolis now. Do not join the traitorous socialists. If caught, you will be immediately executed for treason against the great American state. Do not worry, as we will fight until the last man standing to defend Indianapolis at all costs. We will bring you more emergency information as soon as we can.
Breaking news from us here at MSNBC. Joe Biden has just scored two major victories in the Civil War as the states of India and South Carolina have been to Biden's front of democracy following the procedures of the cities Columbia, Charleston, and Indianapolis. This is a disturbing blow to Trump and his disgusting and fascist great American state, as it is shown that democracy will not go down without a fight. But there is still a long way to go before America becomes a shining beacon of democracy once again.
The American people must stand up against the senile Joe Biden and the radical socialist left. If Biden somehow manages to win this endless civil war, he will turn our great country to a socialist dictatorship, similar to the ones of the Soviet Union, China, and Vietnam. Protest against them. Take up arms against them and fight against them. If you can't fight like hell, you will not have a country anymore. From Salt Lake City to Houston, from Des Moines to Philadelphia. Fight as one nation under God, destroy the left, end the Biden dictatorship at all costs.
Following is a civil danger alert, requested by the government of the great American state, as well as the National Guard of the state of Utah. An emergency situation has been declared for the Salt Lake City area. The radical left has laid siege to what is left of the state of Utah, which is the area of Salt Lake City. They have steamrolled our forces in Utah and the Salt Lake area, along with the state of Utah in general, is expected to fall to the front of democracy within a matter of hours. As a result, our leader, Donald Trump, as well as the provisional governor of Utah, Michael Lee, has issued evacuation alert for the Salt Lake City metropolitan area. All residents of what is left of the state of Utah are advised to evacuate now. Abandon your belongings, take your family, and get out of the state. While there is a high chance that the state of Utah will fall, we will still fight back against the radical left until the last man standing. The socialists will not win this war, and the patriotics will be in control once again. All television and radio stations in the state of Utah will be shut off after this emergency warning. Evacuate now.
Welcome to this meeting, my colleagues. This meeting will be about the recent string of defeats that our forces have taken in multiple key states, and the casualties we have been taking as well. The first thing we will talk about is our recent string of defeats. In the Pacific Northwest, we are losing ground in Idaho and Montana, with the Boise area being on the verge of being captured by the Front of Democracy. We are conducting last-ditch efforts in that area, as well as preparing plans for the evacuation of civilians. In the Southwest, we have lost the state of Utah to the Front of Democracy, following the capture of Salt Lake City. This allowed the Front of Democracy to start gaining ground in Wyoming, and due to the sparse population of the state, it may fall within a matter of days. In the Midwest, we have lost the state of Iowa after the Front of Democracy captured the capital city of Des Moines. This allowed them to launch a major offensive into northern and eastern Missouri and the fall of the city of St. Louis. The state may fall within the next few days. In the South, we are on the verge of being cut off from our supply routes in the eastern half of our territory. The tactics that the Front of Democracy is using is similar to the tactics of the First American Civil War, which may spell big trouble for our forces in the east. In the eastern Gulf Coast, the state of Florida has been cut in two, after the cities of Tallahassee and Jacksonville fell to the Front of Democracy. We are planning a grand last stand in Miami, and the state of Florida could fall as soon as in the next 48 hours. As you have seen, we are struggling on all fronts against the radical left and their forces. In addition, I would like to point out something that our leader, Donald J. Trump, and I have tried to look for in any military records of him, and I couldn't find even a shred of evidence that he served in the military. This is potential proof that he is a chicken hawk and is only leading the rebellion against the left out of spite, anger, and arrogance. For now, he is the only leader, as the face of the great American state, purely as a tactic for both public relation and recruitment purposes. But when the time comes, he will need to be overthrown as a last-ditch effort to save our movement of patriotism. In addition, we have control of several nuclear missile silos that the Front of Democracy doesn't know about, as we are preparing plans for a possible nuclear strike on liberal cities if the situation reaches a dire point. This is all the information we have at the moment. This is General Michael Flynn, signing off from this meeting. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, so I have received confirmation that President Biden will indeed give an address to the American people in this station, as well as stations all across the country. But as a safety precaution, we will heavily alter his voice in an attempt to deflect any assassination attempts or hacks caused by the great American state. So please stand by as President Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. prepares to gives his address to the citizens of the United States.
My fellow Americans, we are in a pivotal moment in American history, a pivotal moment in the fight against fascism and discrimination. As of midnight on the 3rd of April 2021, we have made massive progress against the illegitimate and fascist great American state. Multiple states that have been in their control for months now, that include South Carolina, Utah, Indiana, and Florida, have fallen to our forces and are now in the process in being reconstructed. This has brutally exposed the incompetent leadership of Donald Trump, as well as his top military general Michael Flynn. They have been running their movement into the ground with their worthless fight, and now they are suffering the consequences as a result. In addition, we have ran military estimates as on the end of the Second American Civil War, based off of recent events. They now show that this civil war could be ended as soon as by the 4th of July. These fools in the great American state think they stand a chance, when in reality the democratic system has overpowered the cruel system of fascism. I advise to all citizens of the true United States to celebrate, as an end to this destructive conflict is near, and peace will return to the North American continent very soon. To any potential defectors of the great American state, why are you fighting this battle with them? They are fighting this war to destroy democracy and install an incompetent leader as a dictator. Please use any common sense you have and leave that disgusting rebellion and join us for the fight for democracy. That is all I have to say for now. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless the front of democracy in the United States of America.
So this is probably my last audio diary entry. But here goes nothing, I guess. For anyone who ever sees this, I am a logistics commander for the government of the great American state, but I think the time has come. Following this entry, myself, along with some of my fellow commanders, will set the codes and countdown timer to launch nuclear strikes on the front of democracy. This will guarantee the end of the United States as a whole, so I am going to leave some final thoughts here. I wish it wouldn't be the case, but sadly, it is. I wish this could be resolved in a peaceful manner, but it's clearly not happening. A part of me also wants me to refuse the order given by Trump, but that would get me into trouble, so I have no choice but to follow it. I pray that this nation survives in the coming nuclear catastrophe, even if millions are lost. So yeah, this is my final audio diary entry. May God help and save us all.
Attention to everyone. The launch codes have been set. The nuclear missiles will launch in T-minus 15 seconds.
This is a national emergency. Important details and information will follow. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States government, as well as the North American Aerospace Defense Command. As of 1:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, NORAD defense systems have detected the launch of 40 nuclear missiles from inside the United States itself. This has already been confirmed to be from the rebellion known as the Great American State. The targets have been confirmed to be the following cities: Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, California, Sacramento, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Phoenix, Arizona, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Denver, Colorado, Salt Lake City, Utah, Chicago, Illinois, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Indianapolis, Indiana, Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, Dover, Delaware, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, New York City, New York, Buffalo, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts, Burlington, Vermont, Concord, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine, Anchorage, Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska, Honolulu, Hawaii, and San Juan, Puerto Rico. These targets are expected to be impacted within the next 20 to 30 minutes. This is an attack warning. Repeating, this is an attack warning. An attack warning means that an attack is occurring against the United States, and protective measures should be taken to protect yourself. All residents in the United States are advised to go to a fallout shelter now. Take the following essentials to your shelter: 2 weeks' worth of food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio with you and your family to your shelter. If you cannot find a fallout shelter, take cover in an underground parking lot or structure, or in an innermost room of your home. Retaliatory. Strikes have already been launched at the Great American State, and they are expected to hit from within the next 35 to 45 minutes. It is unknown if the United States will ever recover from this nuclear catastrophe, and it is expected for the United States to possibly collapse within the next few months to even years from the coming nuclear apocalypse. Normal programming will be unable to resume at this time. This is KOCO-TV Channel 5, serving the Oklahoma City area. Following this message, the national anthem of the United States of America will play one final time until further notice. May God be with you all.
Hello, quick message from the creator. Like, one of the many reasons I made this video is because to bring a message, because with all the political divide that has been going on with our nation within the past few months and years, I just want to say that this could be the worst case scenario if the polarization in our politics keeps happening. And I want other people to try to stop it as well. So yeah, this is all I have to say. Thank you for watching and peace out!